This is my Toro CCR Powerlite with a 3 horsepower Tecumseh 2-stroke engine. And this is a model number 38170. I believe it's from the 90s, although I could be wrong. I'm not exactly sure what the date of manufacture is. I got this a few years ago for free because it was not running at all. So the first thing I did was clean out the carburetor about 20 times because it was in real bad shape. So yeah, it took about 20 times to get the thing running properly. And I replaced the belt just recently, last year, and then I replaced the paddles and the scraper blade right before the winter season. So this thing is performing pretty close to a new snowblower at this point. Let me take you around here. I do use this thing commercially every now and again because it's very nice and light. If there's a light snowfall, it makes quick work of it, and it fits, on narrow pathways. So I like to use this thing sometimes. But for the most part, it's just a backup. There's the choke down there, ignition switch, primer, starter. As you can see, it's a little bit loose, but it hasn't broken yet, so I'm happy about that. I'm sure I'll probably have to replace this starter rope soon. But yeah, like I said, it took about 20 tries to get this carburetor cleaned out properly. Now it's running pretty good. The recommended fuel and oil ratio on this is 32:1. I usually run this at about 40:1 because I use synthetic 2-stroke oil, so I'm sure it's fine. One of the problems that I do have with this snowblower is the engine gets flooded very easily. If you shut this thing off and try to restart it again right away, sometimes the engine will flood and it will not restart for quite a while. Same goes if you stall it, if you hit something with it or go into snow that's too heavy for it, it'll stall and sometimes it won't restart right away. It doesn't do that all the time. Sometimes it starts back up without a problem. But this thing floods very easily, and that's the one thing that I really don't like about it, and the one reason that I don't use it as a primary machine for my snow removal business. So yeah, I'm going to start this thing up. Just run it briefly. I'm not going to run it for very long. Alright. There's still some gas in this one. I haven't run the gas out of it yet. So we got ignition on, choke on. Prime it a few times and see what happens. Alright, I think that's enough. Don't want to run it for too long. One thing we couldn't see from that angle is the paddles. These are always, the auger is always engaged on this snowblower. There's no lever to engage or disengage it. So it's not really a big deal. It's not like you stop and it just starts pulling itself away. But yeah, it works pretty well. I like this little snowblower. I just wish it didn't flood so often. And these are the original wheels, and they're still good. So that's pretty good. I'll show you the serial number. Maybe you'll be able to tell me what the date of manufacture is. It's 1003708. So that's the little Toro CCR Powerlite. I would like to get a video of this thing blowing snow someday, but right now it's March and we're kind of done with that. So yeah, but that's my little overview, review, whatever you want to call it, of this little Toro CCR Powerlite. Thank you for watching. I will be doing a video on this Toro Power Clear next.